Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my, live review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, which came on tonight. I literally just finished watching the episode. I am still uploading the video, not the videos, honey, the dang on screenshots as we speak. But thank y'all for tuning in. I know usually I do these on Mondays and it's a whole premiere. But I wanted to do it live tonight just to get it done and over with because I just felt like doing that or whatever. But again, I hope everybody had a great Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great weekend and will have a great Monday as well. Okay, but thank y'all for popping in. Thank you. Hello. I know YouTube has been funny about letting people know that I am live, so I'm giving people time to come in. Yeah, I'm not doing a versus wrap up. For some, look, I tried to watch the verses and I just could not get into it. I watched the DJ battle a little earlier, and then once the actual show started, I had too much other stuff to do. And I was like, I'm not going to do a versus recap tonight. Sorry. Okay. But I'll do the next one I have. I mean, I'm not a big KRS1 fan. So it is, it wasn't there for me. Okay, not for me. But hello to everyone who was popping in. So hopefully everyone has seen the episode that came on tonight. I feel like tonight was a fun, shady, entertaining episode. Okay. That is what I like. I don't like all the heavy bullshit of it all. Okay. But let's move on. First things first, make sure that y'all have subscribed to my channel, okay, to become a whole Jaybird, dunt, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all know to subscribe to my other channel too, to Jaylee's Corner Talk. There's always content over there. Like the video, comment in the comment section, share it on your social media, relax and relate and release and all that good stuff and everyone around you and whatnot. Okay, and inhale and exhale and stuff. Okay, y'all know to follow me. Boom, I am here. Still got my little two ponytails in, no lipstick or whatever, because it's been a long weekend, y'all. It's been a long weekend, and I am just, a little bit tired. Okay, so I'm gonna be popping in and popping off screen as we go along. But do not forget to, follow me on social media on IG. It is J_Lees_corner, and on Twitter it is JayLeesCorner. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of people forgot about the verses tonight. Even though it was promoted a little bit, I just think it wasn't one of the bigger shows. Only because the two artists are like, you have to be like a deep hip hop head to like, know their music. And again, I don't know much of KRS1 music. I know a couple of Big Daddy Kane songs, but it just wasn't there for me. Okay. But again, as Diva just said, thank y'all for being here and supporting my channel. Okay. But yeah. KRS1. That's why I didn't had no a lot. Yeah, some people didn't, you know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Uh yeah, it's still going on right now. Okay, and that's something else. Like I'm like the verses would have been on, at times other stuff was on, and I just couldn't do it tonight. But it's fine. But let's get into the Housewives of Potomac. I gave you. It was like 45 people in here, so it's fine. Y'all know this Thursday panel is on Bonnie Blue's channel, so make sure to come tune in with us this Thursday on Bonnie channel for the Ooh Ladies First panel. Okay, but we have our regular set of folks around here, okay, the ladies. Now the episode starts off and they are still in the diner, not the diner, honey, the restaurant talking or whatever. Chris is calm, Candace is calm now. I also feel like a lot of people are drunk. Okay, it's like is they drinking? What's going on here? Now Giselle and Robin are at the table quietly, secretly out here, saying how they're going to get a room somewhere else. They're going to go on and get a hotel because they don't feel comfortable in the house. Okay, now when Robin said that Winnie was a horrible host because she didn't have a room for them to have their own private bathroom. And I was like, I feel like no one knew if y'all was really coming. And my thing is, but it's multiple bathrooms in the house. So it's like, why y'all tripping? And y'all ain't even been there for one day. Y'all haven't even really had to share a bathroom yet. But I also get what they mean, how you want to have your own personal space. But sometimes, just suck it up. Okay, Giselle and lady, just suck it on up or whatever. Now, Wendy also lets everyone know that, tomorrow they're going on a whole boat ride. So get dressed up, try to be in all white or whatever, because a good time will be had by all. Now, on the bus ride, though, okay, on the bus ride back to the room or whatever, we see Robin is still complaining. Okay, she's still, I'm on my period. You know what I'm saying? I'm so miserable. I'm like, girl, why didn't you stay at home? Why are you here? Get out my face because you're making us feel uncomfortable with your. Even I don't want to sit on a trip with friends and someone is just completely complaining, not complaining, but just sit up here, drowning her sorrows about her period. My eyes hurt, y'all. About her period on the whole trip. Like, girl, I don't want to hear. I just ate food. I don't think about your period. Leave me alone. Okay. But again, I told y'all Robin didn't contribute anything to this trip besides solidifying the fact that Juan Dixon is still not here. Okay. Juan never shows up, and that's on my phone's listening. That's on Robin, okay. That she don't realize he ain't gonna be around here. Okay. I will see some comments from y'all because I can't see that well. Okay, thanks for catching the live. And wait, I'm glad you called one too. I was live earlier and I'm live right now. I'm sick of Robin. Sick of Robin. Okay. A Scarlet is very pretty. Okay, very, 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 very pretty. Um, Sorry, as someone who was in a boot for months, not walking up and down 2 flights of stairs for a bathroom, I would be in the hotel room too. But see, we'll address this a little later on when Wendy says something else. Okay, I'm not going to discuss this right now, but I get what you mean. Um, Plus, they said right, they said they weren't coming. That's the thing. Y'all were not supposed to be here. Y'all got the last room in case y'all came. Okay, but that's on y'all. And probably they put her on pain meds too. Look, Giselle gets no sympathy from me. Okay, Robin, we're tired. Yes, we are tired of hearing about your uterus. Okay, because at this point, everyone on that bus, or at least the women, are aware how it is when you have your period. It's like you're not special, Robin. Okay, you're not, yeah. Is it your first one, Robin, or have you not had one in a while? Where you going through menopause? Like, what made this period just you'd had to keep bringing it up. Okay, Robin needs to learn how to develop a personality and stand on her own without Giselle. Robin will do that after she's fired from the show. Okay, that's when that will happen. But it's fine. And what was funny here seeing Karen say, I wish Robin would this, you know what I'm saying? I wish Juan would come here and surprise Robin to make her feel better. Because that way Robin would not have to hang out with Giselle, who's such a bad influence because she looks miserable. And she does. Robin looks miserable. Now, they on the bus chitting, chatting or whatever. And some pop up on screen. And I think Chris then said, hey, when we get back to the house, we should all play spades. I'm like, spades? Oh, because we all black, Chris, because all black people play spades. When Chris, I said play spades, and he might like spades, I get that. But you on a bus full of white folk, and you want to bring up spades, Chris, I'm not gonna say racist, but I was like, play gin rummy. But play anything. Why you ain't gonna say dominoes, would you? Get out my face, Chris. Get out my face. But when Chris asked about going back home and playing spades, G then say, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm going to the house getting some cooch and then going to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Okay. So G then goes on to bring up how when he gets erect, how erect he is. And I was like, G. While I think G is cool, G needs a filter. G needs to know some like we don't need like you don't have to be so openly fluid with what's going on between you and me. And me was like, oh, we having sex tonight? That's what, oh, I guess so. And I was like, what's going on here? And when G then said how because he's an older man, these younger folk around here, okay, who might be regular and whatnot, and Candace then brings up, well, no, 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 no. Well, Chris Brown dick do what it's supposed to do. So I'm like, oh, so everybody bringing up dick? G bringing up his dick. Candace is responding about her husband Brown dick. And when G then said his dick can't be brown, his dick gotta be pink. I was like, why are we discussing dicks? Well, Chris then stands up to do what? Show his dick off. Chris literally stood up. I was like, Chris, no. Chris, what are you doing? What are you doing? He was gonna I don't know if he was gonna really do it, but the fact that he stood up to do it, I was like, what is, because your dick is right in Wendy's face. Sir, what are you doing? Your penis should never be in the face of someone else's wife. Okay, that's thing one. Thing two is stop it. Okay, please, now and forever, stop it. And the face of everybody was like, oh, because he unbuckled his belt. Okay, why did you unbuckle your belt? What is going on? Don't do this. Put it back. Yes, Chris was drunk. Chris was absolutely drunk. Okay, he is crude and he's inappropriate, but I feel like he needs a filter. Okay, yes, he does too much, but he needs a filter. Yeah, G sitting back there like like he like to see it. Well, no, in another screenshot I had, he just hadn't reacted yet, but even he kind of turned his head too. It was just funny, because I was like, "What is going on?" Look, I work hard to get my photos. Okay, I'll be rewinding and pausing and backing up. In fact, look, I'm like, I have to give y'all a good show. If I know for a fact I may not be on screen that much, you know what I'm saying, I want to give y'all something to look at, even if y'all can't see, you know, my face because I'm not here right now. But let's see. Mia needs to check her husband. Gordon about his creepy. Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. G has creepy conversations. Okay, and I think he knew to this shit. Okay, I think they may do this around other folk and whatnot, but I mean, he need to get used, or he need to see how he comes off on camera. I hope they get on the season, and I think when they do, I hope he calms the fuck down. Okay, calm the fuck down. Chris was too close to Wendy's face. Wendy's face is because she was like, "It's in my face, it's in my face," and yet Eddie too was like, "Oh, get your dick out of my wife's face," because I mean his dick is in the wife's face. Okay, what's going on here? And yes, Chris was just as drunk as G. Okay, and they express it differently. This is very, very true. I think so many people are used to um just thinking that the husband's gonna be like calm, cool, and not gonna. It's like no, 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 sir. A lot is gonna happen all up in here if you around here. Yeah, boom. G is not used to the cameras. Okay, he's used to saying whatever, and you can't say whatever on camera. I always say some things is only safe space talk. Okay, some things is just kitchen table talk. G don't know he not in the damn kitchen. Okay, he on national television, and it was disgusting. But at the same time, I laughed. I completely laughed. Now at the end of the day, G then stood up because they was talking about his dick. He was on. I'm like, G, don't pull your dick out. And G acted like he was gonna pull a dick out too, but he did not. So both Chris and G both was gonna be out with their dick on camera. And I was like, please, no ma'am, no sir. Now when Ashley asked, gonna say, well, at least my husband knows how to act when first meeting people. And I'm like, Ashley, that's a whole goddamn lie. And they rolled that beautiful beam footage that showed Michael meeting them back in season one. And I forgot when I did my fashion review for the reunion that Ashley was on season one. I thought for some reason that she came on season two, but she did not. But when they flashed back to the first season and Michael was drunk on the boat trying to jump in the water barefoot, no, your husband does not know how to ask you be on something. Chris may be pulling his dick out. G may be saying how he gonna pull his out too, and how he gonna get some cooch. But Michael is just as bad as the other guys, okay, who seem to not know how to act when they've had too much liquor, okay, and that makes things worse because I'm like, Chris unbuckled his belt. I'm like, what? And he's right in Wendy's face. Wendy look like, I don't want to see the dick. I don't want to see the dick. Get the dick out of my face. And I'm like, please get the dick out of her face. But again, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. Everyone's face is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Chris looked like a hot ass mess. Yeah. Yeah. Hot ass mess. G was acting like as if he was around. Yeah. G was acting as he would around people he knew well. And sometimes you can't do that around mixed company. When it's people around here you don't know, you can't be yourself because they will judge you because they don't know you. Okay, and that's just true. That is a true things that you say around people who know you sometimes don't go over well around people who don't know you. That's really true. G too old not to know better. The visual of he and Mia having sex is not the one I like to have. I don't have visuals of people having sex because I feel like everybody has sex. Okay, so I don't have visuals of anyone having sex. So to me that doesn't really bother me at all. Unless they like simulate some stuff. And I don't think G really hasn't simulated him and her having sex. I like, it's fine. But I mean, sex is sex, okay? Bravo TV deserves a hand clap for the replay. Yeah, because athletes sometimes like to rewrite history with Michael. And I'm like, no man, we remember. Okay. Now, as we needed, all we needed was Michael early, early ads to make these singing crew fill out. Girl, Michael don't know how to act at all. He doesn't, and he probably never will. Okay, that's just what it is. But let's see where has been on since season one. Yeah, I forgot. I think when I said the season one crew people, I did not mention her, and it wasn't on purpose. Now back at the house, you see Chris and Candace have a whole conversation, and I feel like they both were drunk because it's like, oh, a drunk white man and drunk black woman. It was kind of weird. That's making it wrong sometimes. Um, I like the conversation. Okay, even though they both are drunk. Okay, it was still a healthy husband and wife conversation. Again, I can take Candace in these doses. Okay, I told y'all earlier on in the season I didn't have an issue with her this season, and I was trying to give her a whole chance. So in this episode, she was bearable for me. Okay, for me. And he brings up how he's just tired of all the women consistently going at it with each other, okay, and then even attacking each other's husbands. And I'm a firm believer in the women should leave the husbands out of it, okay? Even if so and so's husband is a complete jackass, leave her jackass husband out of it as long as he is not involved in whatever is going on, okay? Because if not, it brings more bullshit to the table. Okay, it is. I had to find the drunkest photo of them that looked good, okay? Because she looking at her husband drunkenly and he's looking off in the air drunkenly. And I was like, it's the perfect picture, but thank you so much. Um, but he brings up how, I felt like I was going somewhere or getting somewhere with Ashley, okay? And then Candace, and then that raggedy bitch took a sad route. I was like, I like it. I'm okay with that, okay? And Candace is gorgeous. Bad wig sometimes, but she's gorgeous. Okay, you can't take that from her. Candace looking at Chris like I just want to have drunk wild sex. It's very, very true. Um, but when she said, that raggedy bitch took a side route, and then not Candace, Chris then said, well, yeah, because she knew you would feed into it, and you did. Like she knew you would take the bait, and you always do, because that's what Candace to me in this scenario, Candace and Ashley. Ashley is the road runner. Okay, and Candace is the wily coyote. And she keeps running into brick walls, being tricked by the goddamn road runner. And it's stupid. But people know she would give a reaction. So you have to know when to not interact with folks who is pushing your buttons. Okay. That's just my opinion of what it is. Chris looked like he needs to rest. Chris was drunk. Chris was sitting there with a drink in his hand. And the fact that production kept zooming in, I'm like, they saying that Chris drink too damn much? Because they at one point, the whole conversation they were having, the camera was on the drink in his hand. I was like, girl, get out my damn face. She do look just like a mama. And this was the best drunk conversation. It was the best because he was like, Ashley, he like, you may hate me for this, you may rip me, you asshole, but Ashley isn't that bad. Okay, she has her moments, but she's not that bad. She's a cool person, and Candace, like, she's like, I agree. Ashley isn't that bad. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? It be some bullshit sometimes. And my thing is, Candace and Addie do not have to be friends. Okay, I don't mind a slight shady shit between them two. I don't mind her calling Addie a raggedy bitch. I laughed. Okay, I told y'all I don't really hate Candace in full. I hate when she do shit and she can't accept her part in it, and then she cry like a baby. But this conversation with Chris, which I agree is the best, one of the best drunken conversations on television. I could, I like this part. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, Candace agrees that going forward, she's done arguing. She's done fussing for the, at least for the trip. Okay, she would not be fighting anymore for the rest of the weekend with the ladies. And I'm like, girl, drunken Chris and drunken Candace is a key for me, and I don't mind it. But again, if she get back to her bullshit, I'm gonna be like, Candace, get the fuck out my face. Get out my face. Now we do see Robin and Giselle choose to leave the house. Okay, it is around 12:30 at night, and they're saying they are uncomfortable in the room they have, so they want to leave. Now, Skylar and Mia sees them leave and is trying to talk them into leaving. And when Robin say Wendy got a house that did not accommodate everyone, and if Juan came, we would have had to share one with Giselle. First of all, First of all, for you to say that, Robin, for you to say that Wendy got a house that did not accommodate everyone after the trip with Candace, where she literally had three people stay in the outhouse, the whole cottage, that was way less accommodating than where y'all stayed. How dare you act like, oh, that hasn't been done before? You let your friend Skylar be in the damn outhouse cabin with Wendy and Karen last time. So again, it's the whole double standard shit. You're upset at Candace. You're not upset at Candace for putting them in the outhouse, but you're upset with Wendy for not giving y'all better. Get out my fucking face, Robin. That's first place. Second of all, Juan is never coming, so no one has to make accommodations for you and Juan. Juan, do we ever come home? Do y'all live there? I feel like Juan has a secret apartment that he always at because Juan is never here. Okay, and not only that, y'all weren't coming. Y'all weren't coming. Y'all told her I'm not coming. Y'all told her I will not be there. So what the fuck? Okay. And then when Robin brought up how, I don't like being in the house with men. I'm like, bitch, you live with a man and three kids as boys. What does other people's husbands have to do with you being there? Have you never had a communal bathroom? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people? And a cottage house is, but if you don't know, if you ain't coming, you get what's left. You can't say you come. You can't tell someone that you're not coming, and so they pick a house that accommodates who's supposed to be there. Y'all then show up and you're pissed that you don't have better. No, you went on the guest list. If you do not RSVP for a wedding, you have no food. She did not RSVP, so yeah, you have no room. Okay, and they had somewhere to sleep. It was a bed. Okay, it was walls. It was cover. It is what it had in a bathroom. But that's just me. But again, that's my point of saying you can't be upset that you didn't have better accommodation when you did not RSVP. If you did, then Wendy would have been wrong for making the room left be that. But also, y'all came late. You got the last room. The bathroom just happened to be downstairs. Anyway, but anyway, Mia does say to them how G was woke that G would give them because Giselle thing was, I have a boot on my foot and I don't want to keep on going up and down the stairs to go to the bathroom, which I get. But we'll handle that later. But they leave and then they do. Wendy and Eddie do see them leave it in the night in the dark and say, well, Wendy said how they want a moment. Let them have their moment. I'm not going to address it. Let them be. And I'm like, I would say, bye, Lance. Get out of my face, Lance. What you here for? Again, Robin and Zell left because they wanted someone to feel sorry for them, and I did not. Because again, y'all wasn't supposed to be there. Now we do see the following morning. We see G and Mia. Okay, and they're up talking or whatever. Now, when G and Mia are not going to get any fan favorite moments if they are complaining about certain things, even though I understand what they were saying. Now, they were saying how where's the person to get our bags, where's the person who cook the food, where's the maid, okay? And I was like, oh God, they're gonna eat y'all alive. Now, the reason I can understand The reason that she said that was because she said when we usually go on a vacation, we go on a relaxing vacation, you don't want to do things yourself because you're on vacation. And this was supposed to be a relaxing, couples vacay. So to have to carry your own bag, to have to make your own bed, you have to cook your own food. I can get her saying, well, that's not that relaxing. We keep doing shit. So I can get that part of it, but I'm like, Mia, y'all not at a hotel because we have seen in former seasons when they have went to places that was very, very, very accommodating. It had all of that, but COVID, so they can't really be, there. They're at a house that they Airbnb in or whatever, and so they fend for themselves. Let me read some of y'all comments. I like to interact a little bit. Let me read some comments because I did not want to ignore y'all. So that's the point of my life. Robin knows. No, Robin no. She's used to being. we not even there yet. Yeah, Robin is also. She annoys me too. Thanks, MJ. Um, it's $3.99. Rob acting as if Ron was want to come in. Honey, we all know he ain't gonna be there. She didn't have a problem with the man thing when Michael showed up on the girl trip of season 2. Oldies but goodies. Exactly. Robin is in a house full of boys. She used to pee on the floor because it's on the seat. Peek before you pee on the seat. And I agree. The whole world knows Ron doesn't. Robin doesn't even wake her kids, so she always going in on Robin. I can't imagine her making them clean the bathroom. Girl, I thought I was bad. They forgot that they said they were not coming, so be grateful for what it was left. And they kicked Mia out of her room. Yes, they kicked her out of her room on the last trip so they can be on the same floor. Girl, bye. I don't mind them getting a hotel though. You snooze, you lose. So find other accommodations. You said you weren't coming and then showed up late. Boom. Okay. Boom. Shaka laka. Me is bougie. She is, but I mean, she's bougie because she lives a different life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is, but I mean that's if look. Let me say this right now. If I'm going on a relaxing vacation, I want to stay somewhere where I'm not having to do shit too. But I'm not bougie. But you're going for a reason. I clean up at home. I ain't gonna. I don't want to do this here. Okay. Monique had a uniform made in her home. Mia is begging her mom for free daycare. Well, I don't know. I think you you want someone you trust to build your kids. So why not your mom? You know what I'm saying? You want your mom and your kids to get more, cool around each other. This is an Airbnb on a hotel. Mia was doing too much. See, I don't think that having a conversation is doing too much. She's saying like, I wish it was more, but it is. So I'm doing it myself. But again, we don't agree to disagree. Um, did anyone notice how Giselle delayed her response to Karen? Did you get a separate? We ain't there yet. Um, Mia was very comfortable with her cheeks out. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Just trying to find something to complain about. I don't know. They had to come. They are obliged. Needed a check. Yeah, I agree with that too. A check is always needed. Um, but for Mia and G, I get the whole. I don't want to do shit. I'm on vacation. Okay, but at least they were having a conversation between themselves. If Mia would have been complaining to other people, then I would have been pissed because bitch, shut up. But I don't see any issue with a husband and wife having a conversation about how they usually do things if they're on a relaxing trip. That's the only reason I'm not mad because she wasn't complaining to Wendy and she wasn't complaining to the ladies. Um, Mia has to make it. Okay. They can't afford separate rooms. Um, G then asked her about what happened yesterday between her and Candace because I don't really know what really went on. And Mia was like, I just feel like Candace is just childish and she needs to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And she does say she wonders why Candace goes so low. Like, what is Candace going through that makes her go there with people? And I was like, I agree. But I also wonder, what is she wearing? I was like, is she wearing I thought, I'm like, is it a swimsuit and like a cover up? Because, okay, cool. But I'm like, no, it's morning time. So what is she wearing? And because her ass was out. Okay. And I'm like, girl, and that robe is see through. So the fact that we seen the other wild, we seen Wendy and we seen Karen. And we seen us, we didn't see a Skylar in her pajamas. Even Candace was like in some shorts but she was covered. So I was wondering, like, Mia, what is we wearing here? Like, what is going on about your outfit? Why are you wearing this when these other women's husbands is in the damn house? I do think what she had on was inappropriate based on the other men around who would see her in that. Um, I get you may have wanted to bed with your husband because that's your husband, but you came downstairs in it. What is you doing? What are we doing? Yeah, you don't dress like that in mixed company. Phaedra with the booty cheeks. I agree. But yeah, I did not. I was not a fan of what she was wearing, considering it was other folks in the house. But I was like, girl, bye. Now we do see, all the folks come downstairs, and we do see a conversation on the phone because Ashley ends up calling Giselle to check on her and Robin. And when she gets on the phone or whatever, so, are y'all in a hotel? Are y'all okay? Did you and her get the same room? I saw a part of me feel like Robin and Giselle was in the same room. I don't think they had separate rooms. I think they shared a room that night. They may be in a big room, okay, but I feel like it was two different rooms. It was the same room. But when Giselle say that Wendy didn't say shit to her, so when she left, she not saying anything to Wendy. I'm like, but that ain't true. And we then see flashback of Wendy going to the room and saying, "Hey y'all, welcome." She came and she welcomed them to the trip. So why are you lying on Wendy? And when Wendy walked like you're lying, Giselle, I came up and I said, "Hi, you're a whole liar, liar, liar." Pants on fire. Okay, yeah, same room, same bed. But yeah, I don't know. But I was like, Giselle be on bullshit. And I think she was saying that because she did not know that Wendy was listening. Because after she said it, Giselle does anything else because she knows she's a goddamn liar. Now, when sitting there making food or whatever, we then see Mia as Wendy. Well, like if someone come to clean up the kitchen, is someone gonna come do that? And I appreciate Wendy's like, oh no, it's okay. Y'all don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna handle it. So again, Wendy at least was accommodating, let them know y'all don't have to worry about cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? We'll handle it. Don't you worry about it. But again, I'm need me to kind of calm down because again, this isn't a hotel. Okay, this is a house. This is Airbnb. It may not be northern people. Giselle was wrong for that. I agree. I think but Giselle is always wrong for things here and things there. Why wasn't coming to this couple trip? That's why Giselle and Robin came together and left together. Okay, that's just what she do. Jill is the queen of deflecting. Mia must not understand how life works. I think she don't for the people. I think Mia really lives a life of comfort, and so her trips are usually different, and so she gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? That's on her. Um, Giselle look like a knockoff. I'm not dealing with y'all. Not a turkey neck. So we do see everyone gets up, they get dressed to go to. Well, no. First of all, did I say Ray was here already? I missed that part. Ray got there. I love seeing him and Karen sit and talk as the older couple who was like, all these young couples and this foolishness or whatever. Let me sit with my husband who I'm happy he's here and tell him kind of what happened. It's cute seeing not Wendy, seeing Ray and Karen together. I really feel like they have grown closer because how Ray used to be like, whatever. I love how he was like intensely listening to Karen, who let him know that, it was a big fight this weekend or whatever. It happened yesterday. I'm saying it was a big thing and whatnot. Robin and Giselle left and went to a hotel. But, Ray was like, really? Oh my God, really? Yeah, Ray really brightened the mood. And I do feel like people may be less inclined to fuss and fight with Ray around. Ray reminds me, his energy reminds me of Greg, from Housewives of Atlanta. May he rest in peace. Just on the thing of, I think everyone kind of respects Ray. So, like, not a lot of bullshit really happens when he around. So I really hope his positive energy, just kind of brightens it all up because I'm tired of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ray has Karen's back. He's like, look, I'm not Juan. Okay, I'm not wild in these streets. Look, I am here to support my wife and not be dealing with all this bullshit. Because he was like, I can't believe they up and fussing and fighting. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. And I'm like, it's crazy to me too, right? I can't believe it. Okay, now everyone is then dressed or whatever, ready to get on this little bus to get, to this boat. Okay, and again, they all look a bit hungover, a bit haggard, okay, and whatnot. Now the funny part was when not Robin, when Ray and Karen, girl, when Ray and Giselle saw each other, it was Ray's first time meeting some of the guys. I think when he meeting Dre, who was Skylar's husband. But when he, acknowledged Giselle and she told him how her foot was broke, um, Ray said, "Oh, your toe broke? How did that happen?" And fighting with your wife, and Ray said, "Oh, Karen, how did you miss her neck and break her toe?" I said, "Bitch, now how did you miss her neck and break?" Look, Ray is shady in the best old man way to ask his wife, "How did you break that lady's toe and not her neck?" I was like, "Honey, what I want to know too." I love Ray. I love Ray. He's yes, he's funny without being gross. I can say that. Karen is the queen of the show. I agree. I think Karen has mastered how to maneuver with each growing season. And so that's why now, when her and Ray come around, it's a breath of fresh air. I do think they are the king and queen of, this show. Housewives of Atlanta had, Nene and Greg. I feel like, Married to Medicine had, fuck, I'm Married to Medicine. Well, I think Married to Medicine is like Price is Camille, not Camille, girl, who's Camille? Is Simone and Cecil, but I do think for a fact that Potomac is definitely Ray and Karen. So cool, cool, cool. Um, but it was just cute. But Robin and Giselle who showing up, and Giselle gonna say, Wendy had spoken to me directly. No one needs to speak to you directly, Giselle. No one cares, Giselle. Get out our face, Giselle. Now on the boat, what I'm saying? Often all the women look pretty. What I'm saying? They all look presentable. Well, except Robin. Robin looked like she didn't try. Okay. And even though Candace is also really casual, it's cute casual. With her head wrap, her shades, her hair, the outfit is casual, but still cute and chic. I feel like not Giselle, I feel like Robin looked like, she's a stowaway. Okay. When Giselle looks better than you, Robin, that's a problem. Because we know Giselle can't dress. Okay. Karen and I love Karen's look the most because it's bright. You know what I'm saying? I love Wendy's look the most because I love how the white just pops on her beautiful chocolate skin. I love Candace's face and the hair and the glass and the head wrap. I love Mia's outfit as well. Skylar looked great. I think they all look great again, except for Robin. Robin looked the worst to me. Um, but yeah, that's Robin. I don't get Robin. Does she not own a maxi dress? Um, I don't think she do. I don't. I really don't think she do. Um, yeah. Karen be eating their ass up. Okay, eating their ass up. Okay, and I still don't know what Robin is wearing. Yeah, Giselle is pretty too. Even her outfit was kind of cute. Um, Robin looked like she did not want to be there. Probably not. And I know I was in my period. You can still dress cute and chic, and match the collective even while you're on your period. Okay. Yeah, Winnie looks gorgeous. Okay. Robin looked like she tagged on Golden Groupon. Uh, Karen looks great for her age. It's classy. Love Winnie's outfit. You know what I'm saying? If Giselle don't go sit down and relax her foot, yeah, I really want to put the damn foot up. Uh, because it's like whatever. Yeah, a scholar gets the assignment. You know what I'm saying? It's cute for me. Yeah, Wendy has been serving. But again, it's Robin just looks off. Even Ashley, who's like in a regular little dress, but at least she looks like she kind of dressed up to be on the boat. But Robin got out the bed and just came out. But that's neither here nor there. Now we then see a conversation we had. You know what I'm saying? Was a scholar and Robin downstairs, and they're discussing the fact that Robin feel like, one. Wendy did not do proper planning when having a trip because they did not have a better room. She say she don't think it was done on purpose, but she still don't like it to happen. Again, bitch, you wasn't invited to become. You no, I'm sorry, well not. You weren't coming. You were invited, excuse me, but you weren't coming. So I wish you would stop with the whole narrative of, well, you know what I'm saying, it was bad accommodation. It wasn't. Not you did not RSVP. Okay, that is the wrong button. That is not what happens. Now, when a scholar is like, it's an awkwardness between everyone because again, there needs to be a conversation between you and Wendy. And Robin brings up how whenever she talks to Wendy, that it becomes debates. So she just does not want to engage. She does not want to interact much with her. Okay, she brings up how a year ago, she felt like Wendy was so down to earth, okay, and how they kind of get along or whatever. And now, she don't think they click as much as they used to. Now, a scholar brings up how, it's hard when people that you are friends with are feuding. This is my thing with Wendy, not with Wendy, but with Robin. Because I'm a person as well that does not like debating the same shit over and over. That's why on our panel for the ladies first, I'm just tired of debating because the narrative for so long has been um Candace versus Mia. The difference is when we debate, it's not as if anyone is being aggressive. It's a conversation or whatever, but I don't see where Wendy and Robin has ever had a debate that was combative that makes her feel like she can't talk to Wendy. The issue be they be fucking with Wendy, and when she responds, Robin can't handle it because she didn't put herself in a predicament that she can't handle. But it's like you can't come at someone and then be upset at them coming back at you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between why I think I'm full of shit. Now, for her to say that she does not want to engage, you say that because you can't handle what you dish out, and that's the difference. I hate when I see I'm pausing. But them just acting like, oh, it's no big deal. It's like, no, it is a big deal because you're making shit up that isn't there. Wendy isn't combative with Robin. Robin is just pussy and can't handle her own footwork. Okay, she jumps into shit based on what Giselle do, and when she gets it back, she runs and she hides, and that's something that she has to accept. It ain't Wendy, bitch, it's you. Okay, yeah, Robin can't go toe to toe with Wendy when it comes to arguing. Wendy always gets it together. She do, and it's like you don't have to argue with somebody, and that be my point too. I prefer conversational shit and not confrontational shit. It's like Robin, she be gaslighting Wendy. And she can't handle the response from Wendy. And she gets aggressive because y'all keep fucking with her. And that's the issue. That's on y'all, not on Wendy. Now the whole time they down there talking, Mia was also down there. She kind of overheard the conversation. So she go back upstairs and she says to Wendy, well, I heard, that you aren't the same person you were a year ago. I heard Mia say that. I heard Robin say that down. I'm like, Mia, why would you do that? Now that was messy. That was messy. However, it's the exact same thing that Wendy did to Mia. When she overheard Mia talking to Candace's mom, she went to Candace and said, hey, your mom and Mia said this, that, and the other. And so I was like, honey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay. So while it was messy, it was like it was the same shit that someone did to her. So my thing is, are we mad at Mia but not mad at Wendy? When they both heard something and went to the person who was being talked about and said what they heard. So I was like, hey, conversation. Now, when they came upstairs or whatever, because Wendy then said how, well, I have changed. And if Robin is the same person who she was a year ago, that's on her. I'm saying it's on bullshit. But I was like, it's just kind of me. They not gonna like you. So when Robin come upstairs and well, Robin, I overheard you downstairs and I told them what was said. So Abby didn't say, yeah, you told us that you said, Wendy won shit, basically, or whatever. I didn't say that. I did not say that Wendy, I did not say that Wendy changed. I said our relationship, our friendship was different than it was a year ago. Now I'm gonna say this. I need y'all to tell me in the comment section. Do y'all feel like Robin was implying that Wendy was different and that she was wrong to think they were friends? That's what I took from Robin saying a year ago, me and Wendy clicked. She was this kind of person, whatever. But now, you know what I'm saying, it's different. I did take that as meaning she was saying that Wendy had changed. And the reason I say this because she had said that before. Her and Giselle had been saying that for the first 5 episodes of the season, how Wendy had changed. So for me, for Robin to make it seem as if Mia made that shit up. Now the key thing is, did she say those words? No, she did not say the words specifically that Wendy the person changed, but she also did not say the words that the relationship changed. She just said, I knew her a year ago. This is how she was, and things are different now. So to me, it was implied, and it could have been implied either way. Okay, so let's see. You say yes, you did feel that. No, I don't. Right, Robin has said it before. So yes, so it's weird to me that Robin made it seem like Mia made it up because she did not. That was the nature of the conversation, and I don't think Mia got it wrong. I think she interpreted it how she took it, and I'm like, I agree with Mia. Okay, Robin's full of shit. She piggybacked on Giselle mess and it backfired. This is very true. Uh, yes, because she never thought Wendy would put her in her place. I agree. Robin on camera in this episode said nothing negative about Wendy. I don't agree. I don't agree. I think saying that Wendy is aggressive and combative is something negative. It's not true. I think saying that she was somebody different a year ago is something negative. I think Robin has a right to say how she feels, but she can't make it seem as if she's not made it her mission or she has not made it a thing this season to point out how much she feels like Wendy has changed from who she was last year. That was the whole point. The first 4 or 5 episodes of this season. That is the whole reason why Wendy was pissed off at them for saying she was different now. Okay. Robin told a lie. You know what you right, you know what you meant. So, now when Mia said that Giselle called Wendy a what she called her a weak bitch, that was a lie. When Mia said that about Giselle, said that about Wendy, that was a lie because that's not what she said. She implied it, but she did not imply that much. Robin for sure was saying Wendy has changed as a person over the last year. And that's what she said. I thought she meant. So to me, the conversation between Wendy and Skylar was really up to whoever heard it and how they took it. Period. Okay. Yes, that's what I got too. I really feel she was implying what right. I better be sure I'm not crazy. Yes. Me is a one lot. I don't know what that means. It was implied. Okay. Yes, get my merch. It was implied, right? It was implied that Wendy is a different person. That was I be trying to be fair. Okay. Robin says the same thing in different ways. Over she does. She really does. She didn't even know Wendy a year ago like that. But she act like she did. Robin full of bullcrap and hypocrites. Is that how she feels up, or did she adopt? You never know with Robin because Robin be acting like, oh, I don't think this, I don't think that. But I was like, girl, bye. The beef with Robin and when it's truly one sided. The thing is, there shouldn't be a beef between Wendy and Robin. The beef really came because of the beef with Giselle and Wendy, and Robin put her foot in it, and now she's in it. So there really isn't a beef. You took a bullet, that was meant for Giselle, and now you're in a full-fledged, disagreement with someone based off Giselle. Okay, Robin had an attitude toward Wendy all the time. Hey, 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 y'all are reaching. Robin wasn't even tripping off the hotel. You a Robin fan, this is fine, but we're not gonna act like we ain't see what we saw. I'm gonna let that be. Robin has a revisionist history, what I'm saying. Anyway, so let's move on from that. Mia does have the tendency to embellish things, but I'm like, this time she did not embellish it. That's what Robin meant. Okay. But I like that when they pointed out that Robin didn't use those exact words, Mia then said, okay, if I heard it wrong, if I felt things, if I interpreted it wrong, I apologize as a woman. I can say I'm sorry. But either way it go, you know what I'm saying? What about your friendship changed from then to now? And Robert, I don't want to discuss it. I'm not interested in, you know what I'm saying, getting into a debate. So I have nothing to say. I'm like, see, that's that bullshit. Like I do think Robin again throws her hand out and say, what happened? What happened? And the fact that Wendy was sitting there looking so regal. I'm not happy. Whatever. Okay. But she do bring up how you say, look, y'all may have an issue with me. Okay, as a person, but that's fine. But I welcome all conversations because again, don't say you don't want to have the conversation with me because I welcome everything they have to say. But y'all just don't like me. And she brings up how she was a nice host, and she makes a note in saying, well, for one, this house was picked and booked before anything happened to Giselle's foot. So the thing was, they're making it seem like, oh, well, because Giselle broke her toe after we booked this trip, that anything Wendy did was, trying to be mean or hateful or disparaging towards Giselle, her broken foot. The house was already booked. It was what it was. So no one would have had the issue going up and down stairs. And not only that, Giselle and Robin said they weren't coming. We all knew Juan wasn't coming. And she also brought up how I was still a gracious host. Okay, I came in, y'all came in, I welcomed y'all, but everybody already picked their room. I didn't give anyone a room. People picked their rooms, and that what was left because y'all came the latest. Okay. And then when Giselle brings up how, well, we left the house. And when we left the house, and said no one called to check on us to make sure we made it. And I was like, bitch, what? We then see the text that the scholar sent at 12:30 in the morning, saying, let us know when y'all back to the hotel. That you're okay. And Giselle responded once they made it there. So we're here, we're safe, whatever, we're fine. And Karen made a good point saying when a scholar sent the text, a group text that we all seen, she asked for y'all to let us know she was okay, and y'all did. There was no need for anyone to follow up with you because you told us you was there. So why would you say that no one checked on y'all? Y'all, we didn't need to. Plus, we was asleep. Okay, but I'm like, whatever. Now, Robin brings up how I left because I wasn't comfortable using the same bathroom as men who piss on the floor. I said, who? They piss on the floor? Did they put how? It was y'all haven't been there long enough for that, okay? And I'm like, just wear shoes. For all you know, the girls could piss on the seat too, or on the floor. Who knows? But it's weird to say they want their own bathroom, which is fine. But if you want your own accommodations, that's because that's what you want. It's not because someone did not give you what you needed. Okay, again, you were not invited. Yeah, why didn't they ask Ashley, their friend, to switch rooms? Because she could have been upstairs. She could have been upstairs pumping her titties. Okay, because her foot is fine. Her foot is fine. But no, she didn't do that. Even Mia offering, we would switch our rooms, and Giselle said no. She said no. Giselle was wrong for that. And Robin's excuse was wag, just walk in it, I want a bathroom. Or do what you want to do. Giselle's like a child. She throws a rock and has her hands and then act like she didn't know what she did wrong. True. Very, very true. Giselle and Robin are literally acting the most bothered, sitting around like old hens cackling about Wendy every chance they get, but she's bitter. We know for a fact Giselle is always bitter. Now, when Giselle then said that Wendy is always combative and aggressive, and Wendy then say we're always a mean girl and a bully, and I'm like, is they gonna fight? Is what's gonna happen here? Robin brings up how one, so we should not be fussing in front of the men. I'm just like the men see y'all fuss all the time. So the men get up and go downstairs. And Wendy, like, I'm not trying to have no conversation with Giselle because Mia was trying to push Wendy to talk to Giselle. She's like, I'm not gonna do that right now. But since you want to push it, Mia, how about you and Candace have a conversation? And so the episode goes off, not goes off, but they have a conversation. And I'm gonna say this right now. I have been saying this whole time, all I want to happen is for Giselle and not Giselle, it's for Candace and Mia to have a conversation about how both of their insults hurt the other one. I wanted Candace to express how what Mia said hurt her and vice versa. The point of me being over this show and the back and forth bullshit was because no one was having a conversation about anything. It was just bickering back and forth. I'm like, that ain't gonna fix shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be complaining about what someone said if you don't express why it hurt your feelings. So I'm just happy that these two finally had a conversation about how they felt about what the other one said about them. Okay. And it was a constructive conversation. That's what I've been asking for. You know, because my thing is whether you're team whoever, and I'm not team nobody. Okay, I'm not team anyone besides team JayLee's Corner. But I do want to be able to watch the show and not feel like we're having the same argument over and over and over, and nothing is happening to fix the shit. Okay, but that's just me. Yes, glad that they finally had a conversation, and I'm glad that it was extremely productive. Yes, both women were able to express the root of their pain, and that's all I ever want. Okay, that's all I ever want. Okay, that's what I be wanting. Okay. I come back on to say certain shit. I answer that I do, because I want her to know, yeah, and because I yes, I want people to be able to resolve the issues, because if not, they keep fussing and it keeps the fans fussing, and then it's a repetitive conversation. I'm like, for what? No. Okay. Anyway, so they talk. Okay, and Mia says to Candace, I realize I must have struck a nerve with you. And that wasn't my intent to strike a nerve with you when in commenting on your video shoot, with her comment of, your video shoot was low budget. She's like, I did not want to inflict negative energy, so I'm sorry for asking questions that Candace felt was none of her business. So Mia, to me, genuinely apologized to Candace and saying how it was never my intent. And I think that's the thing. I don't think Mia intent or her actions are specifically because she wants to go at Candace. I think things were happening and people felt the kind of way, and it spiraled and snowballed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Because as we see, other people said things about her video shoot, her mama, and she did not get mad. But that's just on me. My phone's gonna probably keep beeping. So hold on, y'all. That's body sending us stuff. But I'm happy that she acknowledged what she said, that she said that it probably hurt her feelings. Let me just say I'm sorry because that was not my intent. Okay, boom, we're still talking. So at that point in time, Candace brings up how, well, it wasn't even you questioning or you asking my mom questions or whatever. That wasn't it. It was what you said about my video shoot. Candace, like, I worked hard to pull it off. It's important to me, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. So I'm scared, and I want to be respected for what I'm doing. And this is the kicker for me. When Mia said, I was looking around and I was thinking this and this business wise. When Candace said, I don't know if I'm doing this right. And my thing be, we take on doing things on our own. Okay. And we work on our own or whatever. And we do not know if we're doing it right. And sometimes someone will say something that boom, it hits you. It's like, damn, I already don't feel like I know what I'm doing. And that's what Mia's comment did. My thing is, as a businesswoman, I wish Candace would have took that information and asked me, okay, how can I fix it? How can I fix it? Because if you're scared that you do not know what you're doing, I think there's nothing wrong with taking the information from somebody else and learning from it. But that couldn't happen until both Candace and Mia expressed themselves and what their intent was. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing. Now, but I like Candace admitting that, for her, she felt some kind of way because, she don't know what she's doing, and she really wants to succeed in doing this or whatever. And she just does not want to feel like her work is not being seen in the best light. Okay. And that's what it was. So my thing is, I want her to also know you could have a low budget video shoot, but still have a great video. Okay. And I think at the end of the day, both Mia and Candace said things quickly and flippantly and did not get how the other one felt. Well, they both did the same thing to each other. Okay, so good thing for Mia, owning up to her part and saying I'm sorry. Now, Candace also bring up how she had no idea that she was pushing buttons that was traumatic buttons for Mia based on her childhood when she's at your mama. And again, because you said something so flippant and you did not know how it made that person feel. But yeah, now when Mia brings up how, well, no, because Candace also said she did not want to contribute to that type of hurt in people. But I was like, Candace, bullshit. Because Candace be saying hard shit all the time. So, I mean, Candace saying that she does not want to contribute to that type of hurt in people, to me, I don't believe it. Because I've seen her say things on Twitter that are low, low, low. When you be trying to hurt people. But, maybe she was not trying to hurt Mia. I'm not sure. Let me read some of the comments. Let me see, because y'all may be, saying on some bullshit. I don't know. I'm trying to scroll back up a little bit. It's a relief to see them address everything and apologize, and hopefully it doesn't resurface. I hope so. They could be a strong force. Yes, they could be a strong force to be reckoned with if you think about it. They could be. Candace's husband was right. She was showing her. Yes, she was. But I feel like everyone should have seen that. Because the comment Mia made was so shady and rude, but also not that big of a deal. You knew the reason Kim's reaction was because she felt like it was true, and that's what Chris said. Robin should have felt dumb because Candace had a mature, yes, had a whole mature, and for Candace to have a mature conversation, we don't see it often enough. And I really want her to have. If Candace had more moments like this, she could be a fan favorite. She could, because I appreciated this conversation. But Candace is always in her feelings, and she can't do that sometimes. I think Mia thinks she has been harmfully messy in order to fit on the show. I think Mia knew she couldn't play. Like, a Skylar is playing the background. A Skylar, could have gotten a wine glass, had she been a little bit more, intriguing or whatever. Mia did know what the assignment was to make herself a housewife. And I'm for sure she would be a housewife next season. I think a Skylar will too. I hope they get rid of Robin, truthfully. But again, I think both Mia and Skylar will be back next season. And I hope that next season her and Candace can continue to get better. You know what I'm saying? Candace was mad that her mom said all that BS and used Mia as a fucking scapegoat, because all of them said, yeah, they all said something that day. All of them. Okay. Isn't it weird to see them come to this resolution knowing they're beefing now? Yes, I would they would keep it off social media. That's why everybody is so emotional. But I completely agree. It's weird that they get into bigger fights based on watching the season progress, or as they watch the season go through. I really wish they would just not say shit, because that's what makes things worse and make the fans worse. But I'm like, girl, it's what it is. Mia didn't sit in the way that was constructive. That's why she didn't take it well. I think neither of them did. I think they both said shit to each other, and it just snowballed to me. To be honest, I wish Candace would have said that from the jump, checked Mia right on the spot with the truth that she shared. I agree. I agree. There was the first thing. This was the first thing I ever seen Candace humble herself and have a mature conversation. I agree. Candace should still tiptoe around lying Mia again. Girl, I can't do it, y'all. But Candace didn't know how Mia was seeing whatever shit. True. This is my thing. Conversations is what help. I can't go through all your comments. It's a lot. But conversations is what needs to happen. To me, and I feel like once conversations happen, people can express how they feel. And both Mia and Candace needed to have this conversation. And I think that's the fact of the matter. Anything else is an opinion. The fact of the matter is Mia and Candace needed to have a mature, direct conversation, say what hurt me, why I said what I said, because I was hurt, and how I now get what I did to you was the same thing that you did to me. We both boom boom shot each other, and now we both are what boom boom sorry, and we can now hopefully move on, okay? And I appreciate the conversation. No one is saying that either Mia or Candace is innocent. I also don't feel like either of them are a victim, but I do think they both played a part in the bullshit. But Candace, for a fact, in my opinion, okay, tried to keep it going without having a conversation. Um, After they got into it at the shady party or whatever, the thing at Giselle's driveway. Um, and I feel like they just weren't able to have this conversation until now. And I'm happy they did. So I'm like, I don't care about anything. Or look, everything else is in the past to be. But at least now they both know. And I like that Mia then said, okay, we know a boundary with each other. Candace now knows to not go to your mama. Whereas Mia knows to not go at Candace with her career. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But I'm also going and I like that she said, come at me. Say whatever you want about me. But leave my mom out of it. And my thing is we have to respect people when they put up their boundaries. Because boundaries save lives. Okay. Had anyone said to Candace and Monique, hey, the boundary should be don't let them get too close to each other. Because if you do, it could explode. Boundaries really keep a person sane. And I have my own boundaries because I'm like, I know, like for me, I'm like, I know if I get pissed, I go off. So I make sure I have boundaries based on what I will and when I have conversations about, because I don't want to cross my own boundaries set for myself. And if Mia's comment is my boundary, my mom, even if Candace feel like, okay, me saying your mom wasn't, that's not a big deal for me, that's fine. However, that's Mia's boundary. So even if Candace feel like it ain't a big deal to her, that doesn't matter because it matters to Mia. The same way that Candace, her trigger is her videos, her music stuff. That's her trigger. So we as a society, we have to learn to start respecting people's boundaries. If they tell you, this is my boundary, don't do this, respect that. Because if you cross it and I come for your ass, then what you gonna do? I told you what not to do, you did it anyway. If I tell you the stove was hot and you burn your hand, that's on you. I told your ass it was hot. That's your fault, not mine. But I don't know. If her mother's a boundary, I humbly say keep your mom off the show. No. No. Her mom is a part of her story. Her mom has nothing to do with Candace. Nothing. Candace hasn't even met the lady mama. And again, Mia did not say shit about Candace's mom. She didn't. And I agree with this person right here. Some of the best friendships come after disagreement. Hope they can work it out. I agree. We have to stop trying to pit people against each other and being happy that people are fussing about this or that or trying to figure out who's right and who's wrong. It's like, no, two Black women should have a disagreement and now they are in a better place at this point right here on the show. And we should be rooting for that instead of saying, well, she should not bring her mom around. She should be able to. Her mom is a part of her life. Her mom isn't saying anything about anybody else on this show. So her saying, come at me, not my mama, to me, is like whatever. Because her mom isn't doing shit to Candace. But everybody different. Like I told her before. Don't come for my mama. If you say my mama, I'm gonna bust your ass. That's what I'm gonna know. But Mia then gives a little bit of, insight of her mom, how her mom was in prison for 8 years. Her mom was a recovering addict and has been clean for 10 years. Her mom has worked hard at her sobriety. And her point was, I don't want her being hurt by someone else's comments that had nothing to do with her. And I agree with that. Like, even people, when she's on the show, that's fine. She's on the show. But that's, Mia's point was, if something I say or I did makes her relax, that's on me. But I try to not let that happen. But I can't act like my mom doesn't exist and her life doesn't exist. Because you can't ignore people's stories. For instance, I have been I have been raped before. I was a child who was molested when I was a kid. I've had people in my family die. I have had people steal from me. There are many things I have had to live through. My bio dad was also on drugs when he was a kid, and he's been clean and sober for maybe 20 years. I don't act like they don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Things happen in our lives, and we can't act like they don't exist. We cannot say, let's not acknowledge something that either happened to us or someone who's in our life. Okay? Because it doesn't help anybody. And Mia should not have to not show her mom getting better because she's on a TV show. Because her mom is a part of her history. Her mom is part of her life. And so many times people like to judge other people when they don't know their story and they don't know why they are who they are. So when people say, well, Mia should not have her mom on television, I'm like, but why should she act like that? Her mom doesn't. Her mom survived more than she ever should have. You know what I'm saying? Because her mom was in prison for 8 years and addicted to drugs. So people need to stop saying, well, it's Mia's fault if her mom relapsed because she brought her on the show. But her mom made it. We should want to see people's success stories because every person who's a drug addict doesn't make it. You know what I'm saying? My uncle passed away recently. He was on drugs for years and he completely turned his life around and he is a success story. You know what I'm saying? That he happened to pass away from a heart attack, but again, he was a success story, and everyone at his funeral was saying how great his story was. So we cannot want to not show people that you can come from the deepest part of whatever and be better. And let's put things into perspective. Mia was a child whose mom was in prison and was on drugs. Her father was just as bad. She was in foster care. She was a stripper. But look where she is now based on her having nothing growing up. Candace is a trust fund baby who was raised in a two-parent household, plus had her bio dad too. She had a privileged life. And she had, in no tea, no shade, she still depended on her mama for help. Her husband isn't rich. So my thing is, even though they live two different lifestyles and Mia had it harder, um, their mothers are still totally different because Mia's mom doesn't beat down on Mia how Dorothy does to Candace. So Candace could have her mom on television, who to me is worse than Mia's mom, based on how Candace is. But people don't want Mia to have her mom around because her mom's on drugs. And, you can't, that's not how it is. And I wish more people thought about that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm stop. No, right. Nobody pumped Dorothy for dirt. Her mom volunteered to be messy. Okay. But again, I just want people to know you can live through things and want to be a testimony. And you cannot say, well, if someone then talk shit about that person, it's whoever's fault who brought them in. No, we should be applauding Mia for wanting her mom to keep her sobriety together. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I know voice. Anyway, I think that's what it was. Now, again, Candace and Mia has now made up. That's great, great, great. Okay, they cool. They're not cool, but I like they both have a great understanding of each other. Okay, but not only that, she then brought up how not only was her mom, you know what I'm saying, that with her mom, her grandparents, Mia's grandparents, her mom's parents, both died while her mama was in prison. And she did not go to either service because she did not want to be at the funeral in shackles. Because when you're in prison, they do sometimes make you out, for funerals of immediate relatives. But her mama did not want to be in shackles at her parents' funeral. So she missed that. So again, people act like Mia is this, conniving bitch who just wants Candace. I don't think that's what it is. I think Mia and Candace got off on the wrong fucking foot. And I'm happy they had this conversation. And I hope going forward next season they can be cool. Because again, Candace on this episode, I liked her because she wasn't being, crazy, crybaby, I'm a victim Candace. That's the Candace I like. But I'm like, we have to stop putting Mia in this she's the worst person box. So fuck what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying it was this. But again, they're great now, and we will see how things go. And I like that Candace said in her confessional that, hearing Mia's story, it changed her mind and how she reacted to her. Because sometimes you do have to know a person before you be like, okay, they on bullshit. But I'm gonna leave that be too. So on the bus ride back, okay, this was shit gets crazy. On the bus ride back, Mia, get your husband. But also Ashley be on bullshit too. Okay, be on complete bullshit. Um, they ran back to the house, and Ashley, I guess, was laying down in the back, and G then said, what y'all do to Ashley? Because she was laying down or whatever. And he was joking too. He was joking. And Ashley did not like it. Okay, what you mean? Like, leave me alone? Like, I'm in my little corner, whatever. Leave me be here and I'll leave you be there. And while I feel like Ashley was making it seem like he was fucking with her, I also don't know what he cut out or whatever. I didn't see him jokingly saying she knocked out back there. What y'all do was a big deal. Whereas Ashley felt like, well, I'm a single mom. I'm not single. I'm a mom with 2 kids. I'm always tired. I'm trying to get a nap. I felt like Ashley overreacted, but I also did not like G saying, well, I'm going to say what I want because you saying I can. I'm like, y'all both on bullshit. Y'all on that bullshit. But to me, Ashley made that more of a combative situation than G did. Because, bitch, you sleep and he was joking about you. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But she took it personally, and I did not get why. I'm like, usually when you go somewhere, someone do say, well, they wrong with them. Because that person's knocked out, sleep. It was weird to me that she got so upset. I was confused. I was like, did he say something? I mean, what happened? Okay, what happened? So I don't know. I would not be doing a burgers tonight because I didn't watch it. All I seen was the DJ battle that was this. I won't be doing it today. But G is too much. We don't know. Miss Dorothy could have no issues early. Well, no, because Miss Dorothy been that way forever. You know what I'm saying? She makes everything she makes everything combative. Sometimes you be on bullshit, but I was like, I felt like she took it too far, and I was like, why the fuck is you so mad? What's going on? I don't get it. But again, we will see what happens with that next episode. So again, I like this episode. It was fun to me. It was fun to review. That's why I came to y'all with the live or whatever. So I will see y'all later. I hope y'all had a good time. Okay, a good conversation is good for everyone. Okay, so this is a good conversation. I will be back tomorrow with more reviews. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, I have other content all over my channel. Go ahead and watch it. Now, when I log off, if you don't see the videos, because again, it got flagged already, so I got to get it approved. But yeah, had a good time, y'all. I will see y'all later. Be good. We'll have a good night because it's already 11 o'clock and I got other things to do. But I gotta go. Peace.